This is the game everybody's been arguing about in the chat. The Miami Hurricanes coming to the Swamp as a 2.5-point favorite. Miami at Florida. You call it the Anxiety Bowl. I call it the Pitchforks and Torches Bowl. Whoever wins, great. Whoever loses, that fan base is completely melting down. This is going to be incredible theater. Incredible theater, because the losing fan base is going to want their coach fired before the next game.
I can't wait for this game. This is going to be the, you need to have message board geniuses just like already loaded up on
standby, just screenshot.
On second screen, basically once this game hits the second quarter, because, fans are going to be going apoplectic one way or another. Look, Miami, again, in my stock report piece, kind of teaser there, my little blurb on them is basically succinctly, it's, the reason I'm unsure about the Hurricanes is I think they probably on paper are the most talented team in the ACC and should win the conference. And yet at the same time, I could see them losing in Gainesville and losing to Georgia Tech and Louisville again this year. So it's which Miami do you see? Which Miami do you believe in? I'm going to roll with the Gators. I think that they cover the 2 points. And not only that, Andy, if you want to disagree, agree, whatever, I think they win the game. I think Florida wins the game.
I mean, the spread is so small. If you're picking Florida, you may as well pick money line. Like, that's at that point. I don't know. I've spent the entire summer thinking I'm going to pick Florida here just because I don't trust Miami. But I'm not sure I trust Florida either. Like, I don't trust either of these teams. I have no idea what's going to happen here. No idea. So you've got Cam Ward coming in as the starting quarterback for Miami. We've seen him at Washington State, and we've seen him good at Washington State. We've also seen him just throw up lollipops for interceptions at Washington State. Damian Martinez at running back going to be pretty good. But will that line be able to reset the line of scrimmage? Will they be able to move the ball on Florida? Florida's defense, another one where perhaps they're tackling better. They went and got a lot of guys out of the transfer portal that are older, that have been through some stuff. Like, they could not tackle. They could not stop a nosebleed last season. If they tackle better, suddenly this is a much more interesting game. And I am like, it's funny because you've got some people who are just out on Graham Mertz. I don't get it. If you watch Graham Mertz at Florida last year, he was a very good quarterback for them. Like, he was very capable. So I just don't know where to go with this. The fact that you said Florida now, I thought I was the one going out on the limb there if I was going to pick Florida. I don't know if I might be making a change here. I might be calling an audible.
I've been dubbed a Miami hater all off season. Again, last year it was the Dion, do you believe? This year for me, that it's Miami. What do you think about this though? Is this a game that's like all outcomes are possible? Because
this is a game where all outcomes, yes. Miami blowout win, Florida blowout win, close Miami win, close Florida. Everything is on the table.
Yeah, I agree. And that's what makes a game like this so fun and tantalizing. Is that Kevin Garnett, anything is possible. Like you just scream it to the mountaintops. I mean, it's gonna be just, you talk about just swamp. In people's pants, 3:30 afternoon in Gainesville with the humidity, heat. I mean, this is going to be. This is going to be a fun one. This
is one where the atmosphere definitely can affect the game. Like, it is going to be unhinged in that stadium on Saturday. So it's up to Miami to quiet it down quickly, or it could get like, you look at the Tennessee game last year where they came in without their starting center. And all of a sudden, it just could not function in that environment. If Miami can settle it down quickly, I think they're okay. So I'm thinking about how I felt about Florida State all offseason. And I was like, I'm riding with them. I think they're going to win the ACC. And then I see them play, and I'm like, that's not anywhere near the team I envisioned. So all off season, I've been like, okay, I'm going to pick Florida in this game because I don't necessarily trust Miami yet. Florida's at home. They've got the environment. They obviously need the win. But I'm gonna call an audible. I'm picking the Canes.
You're rolling with Cam Ward, Damian Martinez.
Picking the Canes. I spent months thinking I was going to pick Florida in this game. And I may look like a complete moron now, but I'm picking the Canes because I'm just going, okay, what if everything I set in stone over 9 months is wrong? I think Florida State showed us that. And Miami just is just a better roster, and they're just good. Like, what if that happens? And that's the thing with this Florida schedule, too. There's a lot of opponents that they have to face that they might just be good. And no matter how much you've incrementally improved, it's not, you have to be really good to win against this schedule. And I don't know if Florida's really good yet.
I can't. There's no way I can retort any of that. I'm rolling with the Gators based on them being at home and it being kind of a gut. I think Billy, spending some time around him this offseason, he certainly has not carried himself like a coach who thinks he's about to get fired. And that's not nothing. And yet, as we just saw, as you alluded to Florida State, just because of what a coach thinks they have or what they think they are, doesn't mean your team ends up playing that way. And it's going to be it's going I think it's going to get pretty hairy in Gainesville one way or another come about 7 p.m. for one of these coaches.
There's a take for this game. There's a blazing hot take no matter what happens. But the chat seems split 50-50 on this thing. You and I are split 50-50 on it. You're picking the Gators, I'm picking the Canes. This is going to be spectacular. Mitch, the swamp ain't dookie. Florida fans think a stadium will beat Miami. Well, I mean, I can understand a Miami fan not understanding home field advantage.
I was
concept.
He literally put that on a tee for you.
And I'm picking his team. But I'm sorry, you can't throw that red meat out there for me and not have me chomp on it.
Self-owned.
Thank you so much for watching. Just a reminder, subscribe to this channel right here so you never miss an episode of Andy Staples on 3. And oh, by the way, watch all the other great videos on the On3 Sports YouTube channel.